Damn, this game loud as hell. I gotta turn that down. About it, you already know. Y'all already know. Show one only. Show all this stuff. It ain't even a priority. Short and begin with these settings. So I wanted to start playing this game because I have a lot of stuff to talk about right now. Like a lot of stuff, you know, like quarantine, Corona, America, and just the entire world state right now, and also just other random stuff like myself.
この世の中にはヒーローが活躍する物語が溢れている。彼らは様々な事件に遭遇し、強大な敵に立ち向かっていく。仲間たちと力を合わせ、世界を危機から救い出す。だけど、その物語には脇役が存在する。あるいは登場すらしない人々も。僕はある年齢を過ぎた頃から自分がヒーローではないことに気がつき始めた。この世界にとって僕は脇役に過ぎず、物語に登場することもない。でもいつかはヒーローになれる。その時を夢見ている。これはそんな僕の物語。
What was I saying? All right. Something about Corona. So basically, it's crazy to me how they can talk about how if we let our kids go to school, they'll catch coronavirus. When they say that, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, we've been in quarantine for a year and nothing has slowed down. It's just like, why are we even doing this at this point? The masks aren't working. Nothing is working. Why are we making our lives miserable still? You know, like, why are we here? Just to suffer? Think about it, bruh. We could all be at school right now just chilling with the homies. And you know, there's another thing, like, the people who you thought were your homies, they don't even reach out to you. They don't really say nothing to you. Unless they need something from you, like, I ain't gonna name names, but a couple months ago, during our Geometry Foundations class, this dude, he messaged me, asking for help in the class, and he hadn't even texted me hi before. He only knew my phone number because of last year. He had never texted me before, and then as soon as he needs help, he texts me for help. Like, it's just crazy to me. People will just do that. Like, it's acceptable. Like, if I don't even like when my family does that, what makes you any better? You know? Anyways, we in the game now. Save. Alright, I guess I can save here. There's also a few other people who I thought I was close with, but they haven't even talked to me once, and not even during the school calls, you know. So the reason I chose this game to talk over and just monologue over is because if you were paying attention to the intro, if I didn't cut it out, it's about this guy who got his account stolen, who like, he's always wanted to be a hero, right? And that's like me, you know? I've always wanted to be a leader, a hero, but he's come to the realization that he's just a background character in this story. That's why it's called Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory, and not just Cyber Sleuth. This is like a random side story from a random person who is unimportant. And that's why I enjoy this game more than the regular game. It also has more Digimon in it, so W, I guess. Don't get careless because my brother's with you. It's not like I'm worried. What are you talking about, bruh? Still on the line, that's tough. That's tough. Dang. I knew you were there the whole time. Damn. That's tough. Let me talk about myself for a little. People have been talking about quarantine hair, quarantine this and quarantine that. Nah, bro, this just me. I've always had hair like this. I've always just stayed inside all day, doing nothing. And it's not that, like, I find it hard to talk to people. It's more so like they find it hard understanding me. I've never met a single person that understands why I act the way I do in my life. And I can't even blame that on them because I don't understand it sometimes either. You know? When did I change clothes? Nah, bro, you a little fruity. I don't know you, bro. Who are you? Who are you? Anyways, they say there's been a lack of motivation for them because of quarantine and not being able to see anybody or talk to anybody or go outside. This is not me. I've always felt a lack of motivation to do something. I may have been genuinely depressed once, but like, that was only for a very short time. She bad though. Anyways, what was I saying? Alright. A lot of the reason why I don't upload a lot on this channel, or in general at all, is cause like, I have a hard time staying consistent with things and finding the motivation to keep it going for a long time. That's probably part of the reason why I started doing nofab, because it's easy for me. It's not easy, but like, it's to prove a point that I can do something for so long and consistently. I'm also a Christian, so like, that's an extra benefit. Like, right now I'm recording this video because it's easy for me. You know, not just because I'm motivated now or something. It's just really easy for me to talk while playing video games in a monologue voice about random stuff. You know, when I'm talking to myself in my brain, all this stuff comes a lot easier. So I don't know how to, like, what I'm trying to say here is, I don't know how to form all my thoughts into a good sentence like most people nowadays. Because like nowadays, we don't really have to talk as much as we did before. You know, we can text, we can, yeah, just text, you know. But like, we're texting over multiple platforms and acting like it's something different, or we're tweeting out stuff, sending posts on Instagram. We don't have to use as many words as we do. We express ourselves through many different things. You know, even memes, something as basic as that, it expresses a lot about yourself because you find that funny, since you relate to it to a certain extent. That's probably why you laugh at memes. Either that or you just have a bad sense of humor. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Do what makes you happy in this world, you know? This is a bad world. Just do what makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting anyone. As long as you're not being complacent, you know? A lot of times when I say do what makes you happy, people, they'll take it out of context and say, oh, does that mean we should all just be lazy and sit around doing nothing all day, every day? Just everyone doing what they want, being happy, playing video games all day. Well, my response to that would be, there has to be a balance, you know? I can't just sit here all day playing video games. You know, I gotta I gotta improve myself as well. Like, you know, working out, trying my best at school, even if I really don't want to and I'm not interested in it. Scrap? Come on, cuz.
あんなんでいいならさっきの値段で1匹くらい売ってやるぜ。
Which one do I want? I low-key want this guy.
そいつにするのか。
Gatsumon. That's the one. I'm choosing him because he's a rock, which means he has a solid foundation
じゃデ
for
ジモ
me
ン
to
キャプチャ
start
ー
off from, you know.
落としてやるからよ。
You need a solid foundation if you want to build off of it. Because I'm making a team, not just one Digimon.
なんだ
I need a good foundation. Yo! The exaggerated swagger.
見ればこいつどう見ても仇のガキ。
And that's another thing, you know.
そいつはどうも
People,
大人げねえな。
they're just running around talking about Black Lives Matter.
廃棄品の扱い
Like,
にイチャモンつけやがったんだ。
they do, but the way the people who are expressing these feelings of oppression have never been oppressed in their lives. You know, a lot of these people are just bored white people
デジモンキャプチャー。 やるよ。
who have nothing better to do with their lives during quarantine, and they want an excuse to go outside and do some like protesting. You know, after when did these protests start happening? Like
ハッカー同士の
5 months in on quarantine? That's still a long time. It's 150 days. So like,
何をビビってやがる。俺たちハッカーが揉めた。
they were probably just bored, if we're being honest here,
デジモンを使った
and they wanted to be a part of something. That's also why
ここで
everyone was so aggressive during the elections this year.
誰かに喧嘩をふっかける。
They wanted something to be a part of because they were inside all year. You know, getting pissed off at each other, creating the Bloods and the Crips version 2. Demo Crips and Republicans,
このや
Queen.
り方が不満。どうせ何もしなくて紛れ込んだんだ。だが逃げるな。どうする。
What was I gonna say? Right. Everyone just wants to be a part of something now. They want to do something since they've been inside for so long. You know, they've been going crazy
スキャンもコンバートもしない。
after all these days.
これで手間が省けた。あとは
That's also another reason why I'm on NoFap. Because the amount of self-control it requires from you,
調停役じゃないのかよ。
and it's just unraveled by anything. It's probably the hardest thing you can do as a teenager.
始めようぜ。
You know, this experience it'll follow me through the rest of my life for years to come. I'll be like, wow, I'm proud of myself for doing that when I was so and so years old. You know, these political parties, they gotta stop, bro. They're just controlling the public enough to the point where they'll riot for their political party. They'll do all sorts of stuff, even commit multiple crimes in the name of their political agendas. And that's all it is, really. It's just both of the parties lying to you so they can make a quick buck. And I would do the same if I had that amount of power, if I'm being honest. Why wouldn't I? Y'all are so gullible. Like, y'all just believe everything they say. Joe Biden doesn't care about you. He's rich. Why would he care about you? And just keep making money. You know, there are public servants, but we're the ones giving out money. What is this? Like, I don't get it. What kind of servants make us work for them? I have never heard of that in my life. Why is my Digimon trying to fly? I don't know if y'all have noticed this, but I have this problem with my voice where I tend to like lower its volume at the end of what I'm saying. I don't know why. It's like I'm incredibly soft-spoken sometimes, unless I force myself not to be. Even now, my voice, I had to change it just to go on this rant, or not even rant, like a monologue. You know, on YouTube, I have a deeper voice than I'm with my friends, probably because I'm less excited and on my own. Hopefully I can fix that problem, because if I want to be able to speak to the people and that kind of stuff, I need to be able to not be soft-spoken and use different tones. Like I'm Martin Luther King Jr. Why is it flying again? This video, it was never meant to be funny or anything like that. It's just meant to exist so like you can play it in your background while you're trying to relax or eat your food and just chill, you know? We live in a time where there's more stress than ever in the world, you know? Your country can just get nuked at any second right now. You're just sitting on your bed, and then your entire town gets destroyed because a politician wasn't getting paid enough money from a different country, so they felt the need to start a war, which is bad. You know, they just gave $1.3 billion to Egypt. They're not on our side, but we can get nuked for anything they do, or anything they want to do. Like, if Donald Trump messes up one time with another country during his presidency, a war may start. Just because he was feeling bad that day. Our entire lives are dependent on a few hundred people. Millions of people are dependent on a few hundred that don't even care about them. Which is crazy to me about the current state in the world. People everywhere are either dying or they're lying about it. You know, I've had friends and family that have caught the coronavirus. I have not, but fortunately none of them have died and made a perfect recovery. Dang. Why is there audio cuts out? Why is the audio cutting out? They haven't died or anything, but I don't think there was like any chance of them dying. Like, the virus didn't seem very severe. In fact, I had one friend on Discord, I won't name him, but during the time he was sick with corona, he was in like voice chat with us every day and talking to us about the symptoms and stuff. It was crazy. Yeah, I don't think the new strain of coronavirus is gonna be fatal at all. Like, I think it's still going to be bad, obviously, but I don't think it can be fatal. I was funny how like a year ago, yo was talking about how black people might be immune to coronavirus, and then my mom got it. Like, that was hilarious to me. Who is that? What is that? Hey! That looks like my sleep paralysis demon. What is that? That is not a Digimon. I can guarantee you that much. Digimon. Dang! Is he dying? Either he'll error out or his account will just be destroyed. Bro. He really just died. The birds and the bees. But without the trees. Neither of those can exist without the trees. What's the trees? I'm talking about, God. I don't even know. That made sense, I guess. Just thinking about it, maybe learn a lesson. I gotta walk out. You know what, we're just gonna end the episode here, why not? You know, let's just end it on a bad note of someone just getting eaten alive by a random thing. 49 minutes. Not bad, hey. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for watching. Live your life, bro. Until next time. Ciao.